So today I'm going to be replacing the switch cluster on my 2000 Porsche Boxster S because my cruise control is not working and I'm doing some diagnostic. So in order to do this without causing any trouble codes, the first order of business is going to be take a 10mm wrench and undo your negative battery cable, set it aside. Then come back in your car, turn your key on so you can get to the bolts by turning your wheel 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. Then look for that little hole there. Get your Torx T30 in there. And undo that until both of them are loose. There's another one on the other side. Once you have those both loosened, pull the airbag down slightly, and then you're going to remove this. Use a very small flat blade to gently pry away from the airbag and leave the connector out. And then grab, that looks like probably a 22mm metric socket. And then you're going to undo both of these little grounds here for the horn as well, because those will slide through and stay with the clock spring. I was wrong, that's a 24. So once that's off, make sure your steering wheel is perfectly level, so that way when you pull it off you have some reference of where to put it back on. And simply pull off and toward you. Now we have 2 Phillips screws for the clock spring, and then 4 Phillips screws for the front part of this little cowl here. We're going to take all of those out. On the side of the column plastics, you have a pair of T10, which is the smallest Torx I've ever used on a vehicle. And that holds the 2 plastic pieces in. The rubber just slides out and stays with the switches for now. But the upper cowl plastic piece comes off first, and then the bottom one pulls down and toward you. Now, there's an 8mm right there that I'm going to take off entirely. And that will let me have enough room to disconnect the electrical plug here and here, and then this entire cluster will slide forward and off. So here's my old unit, and here's my new used unit. Exactly the same part. The only thing I have to do is transfer over these rubber pieces, which is really very simple. And then it's the reverse of removal. Hopefully you disconnected the battery and you didn't have any issue with your airbag system. This was a pretty smooth changeover, but I'm just hoping this fixes my cruise control. We'll see.